Good afternoon. Good afternoon, and a warm welcome to one and all connected together through online platform for this faculty enrichment program. I'm Dr. K. A. Shiba. Let us all rise and invoke God's blessings through prayer song. Teachers, professors, please rise for the prayer song. We shall start the program with a prayer song. Oh. Mm. Good afternoon. Am I audible? Can you please respond from your end? Yes.
Ram, you're audible. Can we start?
Okay. So good afternoon again, and a warm welcome to one and all connected together through online platform for this faculty enrichment program. I'm Dr. K. A. Shiba. Let us all rise and invoke God's blessings through prayer song.
Excuse me, sister. The song is not audible. Sister, can you hear us?
Please be seated. I start with the words of Helen Keller. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. Today marks a significant step in our journey towards academic collaboration and professional excellence. Under the framework of the MOU signed between Stella Mater College of Education, Chennai, and Nirmala College for Women, Coimbatore, we organized this faculty enrichment program to learn, grow, and strive together in the pursuit of academic excellence. Through this 5-day program, we hope to exchange ideas and explore new perspectives and strengthen the bonds of professional learning and institutional partnership. I invite Dr. Sister Shija Viola, Assistant Professor of Education, for welcoming the gathering.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. Proverbs 9:10. Good afternoon and warm greetings to everyone. With heartfelt joy and gratitude, I take great pleasure in welcoming you all to this 5 days online faculty enrichment program on teaching methodologies jointly organized by Stella Materna College of Education and Nirmala College for Women. First and foremost, I invoke God's blessing upon this enriching journey of learning and sharing. As the scripture says, commit your works to the Lord and your plans will be established. Proverbs 16:3. Let us offer all our efforts, ideas, and insights into His hands, trusting that He will guide us towards excellence in teaching and service. It is my great privilege to extend a cordial welcome to our beloved Reverend Dr. Sister Ruby Alangara Mary, Secretary of the Stella Materna College of Education, whose vision, constant encouragement, and leadership continue to inspire us to strive for academic and spiritual excellence. Welcome, Sister. A very warm welcome to Reverend Dr. Sister Kulandaitharas, Secretary of Nirmala College for Women, whose dynamic leadership and academic guidance continue to illuminate our path towards growth and innovation in education. Welcome, Sister. With equal delight, I welcome Reverend Dr. Sister Irudaya Mary, Principal in charge of Stella Materna College of Education, and Reverend Dr. Sister Mary Fabiola, Principal of Nirmala College for Women, whose dedication and commitment to equality and quality equation education empower both faculty and students to grow in knowledge and virtue. Welcome, sisters. A special word of appreciation and welcome to Dr. K.S. Shiba, IQC Coordinator of SMCE, and the organizing members of this faculty enrichment program, whose sincere efforts and planning have made this program possible. Welcome, ma'ams. It is my pleasure to warmly welcome to all the faculty members of Stella Materna College of Education and Nirmala College for Women. Your enthusiasm for continuous learning and innovation in teaching truly embodies the spirit of this program. Welcome, ma'ams. I extend a warm welcome to Mr. Arun, our technical support member, for ensuring smooth and effective online platform for learning. Welcome, sir. As educators, we are reminded of the words of Jesus. You are the light of the world. A city built on a hilltop cannot be hidden. Matthew 5:14. Let this enrichment program rekindle our passion of teaching, renew our commitment to our profession, and inspiration of our enlightened young minds with faith, wisdom, and updating knowledge. May the Lord continue to bless us abundantly in our mission of nurturing minds and shaping hearts of better world. Thank you. Once again, a warm welcome to you all.
Thank you, Sister Shija. Let us now hear a few encouraging words from the Secretary of Stella Materna College of Education, Reverend Dr. Sister Ruby Alangara Mary.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Beloved Secretary, Dr. Sister Infanta, lovable Principal, Dr. Sister Fabiola, Reverend Sisters, dedicated faculty of my Nirmala College family, and my own dedicated principal and staff of Stella Materna College of Education. Good afternoon to everyone present here. Are you all okay? Are you all happy? My dear staff members of Stella Nirmala, I could see you all with great enthusiasm and smiling faces. Thank you all for coming us together today. It gives me immense joy and deep sense of pride to stand before you on this special occasion of the Faculty Enrichment Program of Teaching Methodologies, jointly organized by Stella Materna College of Education and Nirmala College for Women. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt greetings and best wishes to all the dedicated faculty members and enthusiastic participants who have gathered here to celebrate the noble cause of teaching and learning. This collaborative initiative is truly a reflection of academic excellence and shared commitment. The partnership between Stella and Nirmala College for Women is a beautiful testimony to the idea of education thrives not in isolation, but through collaboration, exchange, and innovation. When two esteemed institutions join hands, the outcome is bound to be transformative and enriching for all involved. Teaching is no longer about imparting information alone. It is about inspiring curiosity, nurturing creativity, and empowering learners to think critically and independently. As educators, we are lifelong learners ourselves. Every classroom interaction, every question asked by a student, and every innovative teaching strategy adds to our own growth. This faculty enriching program provides a wonderful platform for reflection, renewal, and reinvention. I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate the organizing team for their meticulous planning and dedicated efforts in bringing together this meaningful event. Your commitment to academic excellence and professional growth is truly commendable. I also extend my heartfelt gratitude to our own staff members, especially our principal, IQAC coordinator Dr. Sheba, and all the staff members who have graciously accepted our invitation to share their expertise and insights. Their presence adds great value to this program and serves as a source of inspiration to all of us. May this enrichment program empower you with fresh perspectives, renewed enthusiasm, and innovative strategies to make teaching a more joyful and fulfilling experience. Let this program remind us that education is not confined with the four walls of a classroom. It is a continuous journey of exploration, collaboration, and transformation. When teachers grow, students flourish, and when both flourish, society progresses. Once again, I congratulate both Stella Matitna family and the Secretary, Principal, Faculty of Nirmala College for Women for this commendable collaborative effort. May this faculty enrichment program be a beacon of learning and inspiration, motivation all of us, and to continue striving excellence in the noble field of education. My prayers and wishes to all for the successful of this program. God bless you and thank you all. And special good afternoon to you all, my Nirmala family members. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sister, for your motivating words. I invite Dr. Nirmala Irudayam, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, to say a few words of appreciation.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. Teaching is not the mere imparting of knowledge, but the awakening of curiosity and creativity, says Albert Einstein. With heartfelt joy and admiration, I extend my warm felicitation on behalf of the management and faculty of Nirmala College for Women, Coimbatore, for organizing this faculty enrichment program on teaching methodologies by the esteemed Stella Matituna College of Education, Chennai. This thoughtful initiative beautifully reflects the spirit of lifelong learning, where educators come together to rediscover, refine, and reimagine the art of teaching. May this endeavor kindle fresh inspiration, nurture creativity in pedagogy, and empower every teacher to touch hearts and transform minds with renewed passion and purpose. As we appreciate the good efforts of the management, The faculty of Stella Matricula College of Education, Chennai, let us also use this opportunity to enhance our teaching skills. Happy learning to one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm words. Now let us move on to today's session on the significance and why of teaching methodologies by Dr. Sister Irudaya Mary, Principal in charge of SMCE. Over to you, sister.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, respected sisters and all the faculty members of Stella Matutina College of Education and Nirmala College for Women. A warm afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon, sister.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Without Okay, so once again, warm welcome to this faculty enrichment program on teaching methodology. Now, you may wonder, why do we need this teaching methodology? What is the significance of teaching methodology? We do have students in higher education who have completed secondary, high secondary, maybe some other courses. And today, you and I both, when the students complete one UG course or two UG plus PG course, when they come here, we do face problems addressing the need of the students. I'm sure colleges like you, one of the most important, colleges in India, you do face problems with respect to students' learning ability, and that's why we thought it would be feasible today to share with you. Not something that we are going to share something new, but the things that we already know. Maybe put it accordingly so that our teaching learning becomes more relevant and meaningful one. Now we do have students, what we call it, homogeneous learners versus heterogeneous learners or qualities. Now, when we talk about we are Indians, we are from Tamil Nadu. Our students, majority of them hail from 90% of students come from Tamil Nadu with same culture, food habit, dress habit, everything is same. But yet there are a lot of heterogeneous aspects. Differences among learning community exist. What we call it individual differences of the learners, and that needs to be addressed. If we do not address such aspects, then the teaching learning becomes a mere program and it does not become an experience. So now what do I mean by individual differences of the learners? All the students come from, for example, if you have a students of BA English literature or BSc mathematics or physics, zoology, botany, or BSc psychology, they do have, although of the same age group, although they may have completed +2 coming to your college of the rural or of the local area, both urban and rural, yet they are different with respect to physiologically. They are different. Some of them are very strong physically, some of them are weak with respect to food habit or other aspects. So we have students who are with us with the physiological difference we need to keep in mind. We also have students a psychological difference. Even siblings coming from the same family, they are not the same psychologically. One differs from others. Even the identical twins, they differ from others. So learners, suppose if you have 40 students in our classroom, all the 40 students have different psychological inbuilt. The degree differs from one from the others. We also have students with emotional differences. Normally we address them, everyone is same. We give, for example, making cup of coffee, giving the serving the coffee to everyone. But here we cannot serve the coffee may be the same, but the way we serve it needs to be to the understanding view or to fulfill the scope of the learners. So we also have a value system principles ideas or principal ideologies of the learners differ from each other. What is the value for one may not be value for another one. Today, with the we are governed by the world. So therefore, students come well equipped who are gen learners. So their values differ from each other. We also students who are academically different. Some of them come from learned parents who are learned. Some of the students are first generation, second generations, so academically also they are different. We also have got students coming from economically, different strata of the society, coming economically poor from poor family, economically affluent family, or middle class. So these aspects also play a vital role in the teaching learning process. We also have socially students are different. We live in society, stratified society where caste system, be it, although we do not encourage, but it is there. So socially, differences are there. So a number of we can add on family background. Students coming from joint family, nuclear family, a family well knit, well loved family, single parents, parents who are addicted to drugs, both the parents, or a father who's addicted to drugs where he makes a lot of problem at night, students are not able to learn. So we have, and I can go on, even spiritually, family coming from who have this kind of affinity to the divine aspect, be it any religion. Some of them don't, so that reflects the value system. So we do have students with all these individual differences. Not everyone is same, equally designed, or equally the criterion is not the same. We also have got types of learners. This is another thing we need to be addressed. When we address the individual differences of the students, the teachers, we have to keep in mind addressing and fulfilling the learners learning scope of the individual differences. Next, we move on to types of learners. We again do not have a homogeneous group in the classroom, although they come from the same vicinity or locality. We do have differences in with respect to learning types. What we have is AVK learners. Now, what do we know? What is AVK? Audio learners. Now, if you ask me, I'm good at learning. If somebody teaches me well, if their articulation, communication is good, and the content delivery is to the apt, I learn it. I can remember what is being taught. So students, some of them are good at listening. They have the ability. They are known as audio learners. If somebody can explain to them well, they learn by hearing. So we call it audio learners. Some are visual learners. It is not enough by listening. They also need to see it, your drawings or your explanation, 2 dimensions, 5 dimensions, or you're dissecting something. They need to view it, then they learn better. We also have learners, kinesthetic learners, learning by doing. They need to use it. Some of them, that's why, some of them go for art, some of them go for science stream, some of them are good. Not everyone is good at everything because of these aspects. Some are good at. Now, if you ask me whether these audio, visual, kinesthetic, if 100% of the learning abilities with me, then I should possess by right 33.3% of audio aspect, visual 33% of three visual and kinesthetic. It does not happen. It does not happen. The criterion or the degree differs. It is not so equally the components are endowed with every learners. Maybe some of us are good. If I have an audio aspect 40%, then my visual may be 20, then the rest may be my kinesthetic. I'm not good at handwork at all, which means my kinesthetic ability will be 10% or 15%. So we do have these type of learners. Everyone, if we have 40 students in our classroom, all the 40 will have these aspects, but the degree will differ, which has to be addressed by the teaching community. We also have kinds of learners. This is very, very important. Again, we have I cannot learn like others. I'm not good at. I'm a slow learner. I can only learn when others can learn it take in within 10 minutes. I need a day. We do have okay. So we have slow learners. We have average learners. we have above average learners, and we have achievers in the classroom. But in reality, do we address all their needs in the classroom is big question. That is why, today, with the AI, with the technology come in, but yet the teacher's place cannot be replaced because of these. We have slow learners, average learners, above average, and achievers who needs, their scope of learning has to be addressed in every classroom. Next, we also have, there are domains, learning domains also differ from like types of learners, kinds of learners. Now we have got this behavioral psychologist who introduced this Bloom's taxonomy of learning. Dr. Benjamin Bloom from 1913 to 1999. He just passed away, and is one of his scholars, Mr. Anderson. He introduced, or both of them introduced. What did he say? Bloom, what is a mind? He put forward to the teaching community or to the behavioral psychologist. Big question: what is a mind? He says, mind is not an empty vessel to be filled in. So the students who come to our classrooms are not an empty vessel. Okay, they do not come with empty mind. They come with the previous knowledge. Now, what is our duty? We help them to, explore the knowledge, or we share. That's why today teachers are not called teachers. We are called, known as facilitators. We facilitate the process. We facilitate the knowledge that they have already in an amicable way, giving chance to everyone, providing scope for all the learners in an amicable way. So therefore, this is what Benjamin Bloom said: mind is not an empty vessel to be filled in. Sorry, there is something stopping. It has to be nurtured. So there are three, with this respect, he said there are not one domain of learning, there are three domains of learning. Because when I was studying, or even when I was teaching in schools, now too, as I teach, we always say, okay, mind illaya, puthi illaya, okay, if the student doesn't learn, we always, refer to a cognitive aspect. Cognitive becomes, the big domain of learning. But according to Benjamin Bloom, or today it is accepted reality of the world, we have got three domains of learning. The first one is cognitive, which is to do with the brain or a mind, cognitive aspect. So any learner learns from cognitive, we learn from mind. The next one is affective domain. uh, for example, if I look at you and I smile, automatically you smile. We generate, or we vibrate that feeling. So suppose if a child does well, I say, come on, give a pat on you. The child gets motivated and he's very happy. So affection is one of the very big criterion where no more teacher student center learning. It has become student centered learning. You have to give all that the student demands, with all the affection, love, care. That is why you call it, 5 G's of learning, 5 C's of learning: caring, compassionate, committed, conscious, and creative. So learning takes place according to Benjamin Bloom, and it is an experimented, and it is the reality. We learn using our brain. We learn using our mind or our heart. Okay, with all that kind affectionate aspect, we also learn from psychomotor abilities, using our psychomotor hands, our legs. Okay, that is why students can draw, write, sing. Not in even these aspects, cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domains too do not share the same degree of the component. They differ. Some of us are good at with cognitive aspect, some of us are good with affective, some students are psychomotor ability, they learn well. That's why, some children, I remember years back, learning to learn cycle, I took almost a week taking the cycle, just pulling it up and down, almost a week, because I was feeling shy. But you have got today a third standard boy, you just give the cycle, the child starts riding it without anybody teaching it, because he has observed, and his psychomotor abilities to the maximum level. So learning takes place through cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domains. So we call it three domains of learning. Now, what is this cognitive domain? Cognitive domain refers to knowledge or remembering, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluating. Now, this knowledge, Anderson would say, like remembering, comprehension as understanding, which is a lower order of learning. Any child in a classroom, even in higher education, okay, for example, remembering the dates, remembering the names, all this will come under knowledge and comprehension. And that is why we have got objective type of questions where slow learners will be able to remember the dates, remember the names, and all this. Application or analysis, application analysis are middle order of little higher than okay, why, when, where, why do you do, okay, learning by doing, applying the learned knowledge to put in a new situation, analyzing the aspects. We also have got synthesis, which is creating the highest order, and evaluation is evaluating. So the child learns. So learning takes, if a child is good at cognitively, its lower order will be of remembering and understanding. A middle order would be applying, analyzing. Higher order, above achievers will say, okay, they know how to synthesize, break down, and put back the things. Analyzing is, for example, how do we get connected? Okay, we are connected through virtually. Now, if you ask me, I did have a lot of problem this morning and yesterday when ma'am asked. We actually sat 2 days creating the thumbnail for YouTube. Then we needed to also create this Google Meet. So we need to change a lot of things. So you need to analyze, okay, whether all the 100 could be there, or how to go through, Google link should be live streamed through YouTube. How are we going to? So I need to analyze. It's a learning ability. You break down the component to analyze. Synthesize, you put back everything. Analyzing is part, okay. What the whole you break down into pieces, you analyze it. Synthesizing, putting back part to the whole. How is it connected? Yeah, the mind needs higher order aspects of thinking and evaluating. What you do is right, wrong, good, whether it is applicable, whether it is associated with the learning, does it do any good for my future learning? So all this happens in cognitive aspect of learning, and some are very good at it while other students will have, the degree will differ. So it is from bottom to the top. So majority of our students will fall under, 25% of the student will fall under with knowledge and comprehension. Another 25 students with application analysis, okay, they'll stop. There are few students in our classrooms who would go above, who are good at. So even here, the degree will differ. Next is we also have what do you call it? Affective domain. Okay, what it means, the connotation is very same. Affective, affection. How do the learners receive it? How do they respond it? How do they value it? How do they organize and make it as a part and parcel of their life? It is exactly like a formation. But in a teaching learning process, how do they receive it? Suppose when I come, I'm upset with something else, and I enter the classroom and I start banging or shouting. Well, the students receive. So the conducive atmosphere, our tone of voice, okay, the way we interact with them, the way we look at them, the way we smile, everything depends. That is why there are students. I remember there was a child in one of class, went for internship. That is a government school known for, the students, boys known for their atrocities. Even the sorry, even the teachers were not able to manage them. But this boy who hails from a rural area, he said, I will manage. He was handling during the internship standard 9th and 10th, and his class used to be so submissive. They were able to listen to him. Even so, the headmaster asked him to teach the whole day. Whenever, not only I, even other faculties of the college who visited that particular school, we have witnessed all the other classes used to be chaotic. They had both male and female teachers, but teacher would be teaching, students will walk in, go up, down, play cricket inside. teachers were not able to control. But this child who was doing B.Ed was able to, same students, he was able to keep them under his, control, because he understood. He was very affectionate. He first, he was very kind. When the first day when he went to the class, they were playing cricket. They even banged him. He said, "Fine, okay, you want to bang? Fine, we will chat." Okay, so a kind of, so your affection, your concern, I would call it, your compassionate, putting oneself in their shoes. Okay, putting yourself in the heart or mind of the learners, understanding, as I said, understanding the individual differences, where they hail from. Difficult. Imagine students coming from parents who are drunkard or broken families. The amount of strain and stress they go through, they do not share it, but it gets reflected in the classroom activities. So therefore, we the teaching community has to understand, receiving, how do they receive, make the classroom more conducive with a lot of lights, where you have fresh air with clean water, uh, all the infrastructure, right? Definitely then they'll receive it. And if the students have had breakfast and come, responding depends on the way you share. uh, some of us, we do teach, all of us are good at, but how do we do it makes a big, for the students to respond. Even today students say, we are not allowed to ask questions in the classroom, but you must allow the students to ask questions, and the way you respond, a value, what is the value, it is applicable for everything, the learning, the concept of learning, content learning, whether it is valuing, what is the value the teacher gives on, or how do the students perceive the value. Today a lot of value system what you and I have learned are not values for them. They do not perceive it as the value. They have a judgmental idea. So all that we have to do it. So the affective domain comes into display. We need to ignite. So organizing, so based on the way they receive respond value, they organize the entire learning aspect, whether it will last longer or they will erase it from their heart depends on. And that becomes, characterization. What you learn, you become, right? For example, as a child, if you start, if you have used getting up on one side of the bed, let's watch ourselves. On side of the bed, an individual will start getting up every day at the same side, so you are used to it. Okay, they say any activity or any exercise that we do for 21 days, it becomes part and parcel of our life. So therefore, it's very very important. We have got 40 students with 40 individual differences, type of learning, kinds of learners, and the domains of learning. So all these needs to be addressed. We need to, I mean, I'm sure the students are crying. Okay, this is my need, these are my needs, please don't give me one aspect of the class. The last one is psychomotor domain. This is a big area. We are used only, paying attention to, even at my age or all of us, we only, cater ourselves to the physical self, for bathing, eating 5 times or 4 times, looking at the mirror whether I look good, beautiful. But there is something called, affective domain and psychomotor. We are psychological being or a spiritual being. I remember passing through one of the Jain's temple. I was in the auto coming, getting back from the college, and it struck me a lot. It was written on the walls of that Jain's temple. We are spiritual being with a physical body. I mean, we are trained for years. A lot of money has been spent, but what did not strike me then, it struck me later on. We are spiritual being with, human bodies, or we are psychological being with physical self. It's a big. So therefore, we do not actually address. As we take bath and eat, we are only addressing our physical self, but the psychological aspect, or the affective domain, or spiritual aspect, they all come embodiment of psychology aspect. So like, learning is by imitating. We have learned from our childhood. Nobody taught us how to read, how to speak our mother tongue. We learned it by imitating and observing, eating, drinking, dressing. I admire, I sometimes spend my time, if I'm very tired, watching YouTubes of small kids, infants. How do they change? Some fellow will take socks and try to pulls it, puts it, or how a puppy or a dog listens to a child. So they learn by imitating, and human beings, we learn almost 70% of things by learning by imitating. That's why it teaches, the teaching community should set a model. Okay, you are good, whatever the content delivery, our language ability, or the way we interact with the students, questioning skills or explanation skills or experimental skills. Students learn it from ourselves. Manipulating, they do manipulate the knowledge that they gained. They are able to synthesize or analyze, manipulate, or use it to make new things. So manipulating, that's why we had a two-wheel cart. Today we fly jet. Okay, America, our Indians, okay, one of our Indians went to the space today. Okay, using the knowledge, putting into a new idea of manipulating. Okay, precising, to be articulate, clearly, what we need, what I say I mean, or what I mean I say. I mean, the psychomotor domain is a huge psychology, but to our learners, okay, they, how do they, after manipulating, how do they arrive at, okay, precisely, effectively, to the point, articulating, very very important for the teaching community. Then it becomes naturalizing. As it becomes characterization in affective domain, it becomes naturalizing. I start imitating to ride a bike or a car. Few days I make, at the end, day by, for a couple of weeks or a month, it becomes natural for us. So psychomotor domain, this is very very important. So we have all these aspects. So we have learners who come into our classroom, be it school students, coming to the school, secondary school or high secondary school, or students coming to higher education, even at PhD level. We still share the same aspect. We are still individual differences. Still have, we are, we come under kinds of learners, types of learners, and we learn through these three domains. But all of them do not share the same degree as it should be. It differs. Therefore therefore the methodologies, techniques, approaches, and strategies of teaching learning becomes mandatory and significance. Thank you for giving me the chance. If any of you have any queries, clarifications, you can ask me. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Any clarifications? Any questions?
Thank you, sister. It was a very informative session.
Thank
But
you.
I'd like to ask you, how long will we take to learn a student in a class? Because we also have certain uh, responsibilities of finishing the portions and all those things. So how long do you think we need to spend with it
Oh,
to analyze their skills?
okay. Get to know. Thank you, ma'am. If I have understood your question, if I have understood the questions correctly, how long do we take as a teaching community to understand the needs or understand the individuals as they come in? Yes, ma'am, that's what you wanted.
Yes.
Okay, it does take time. For example, because in higher education, if it's a school education, it's easy. The teaching community would pass on the information, whereas in higher education, that's why you have got entry level test. We do organize. You also have orientations, inductions program, group discussions, to help us to observe them. What they are, how are they performing. That's why you have got this induction program, very specifically, that's been organized give the platform for the entire students to come out of their shelves to know whether the child is good at articulation, whether the child is good at speaking, whether he or she is able to face the crowd, okay, or some of them, or he's closed up. There are slow learners, average. You can, when you provide this scope, you have a talent day, we have got talent days, we have got introduction day, you have got, I'm sure, induction, okay. Colleges like you will have definitely a few days of induction program. It depends on you how you want to make it so that you get to understand them. Yes, ma'am, I hope I've answered you.
Thank you.
Definitely, entry level test also will show you, and there are different components where you can, but it does take time. For example, if you are a mathematics, okay, discipline, 40 or 70 students. In the beginning, you may get to know five or six of them will be very alive, very active, but gradually the group will expand. All the other fold will come inside. That is why when you follow this different methods and strategies, they will come to the fold. But get to understanding is very important. That's why you have got mentoring. We have got mentors. You have got mentor sessions. You have got trained psychologists who sit with the students to alleviate their problem. You have got all these will provide a scope. So individually, as a teacher, it will take, suppose if you're dealing with first years, second years, at least during the second years you will come to know them exactly. Yeah, ma'am.
Thank you, sister. Sister, a small clarification I would like to make out of the session. First of all, it was a very wonderful session on the topic teaching methodologies. It is told in the survey or the statistics taken over the years, like the students' learning or listening capacity duration, it is 45 minutes or 50 minutes, earlier it was. But during this digital era, as the students are mostly using the gadgets and other electronic things in their day-to-day life, the duration becomes drastically down. Like it comes to 40 minutes, 30 minutes, even 20 minutes, they are not able to listen continuously to some topic or any lesson or subject, anything. So, out of your research and wide knowledge, can you suggest any one or two activities we could make in the class or during our lab sessions to extend the
Listening
listening
skill.
time?
Yeah.
Listening time. Anything? Can you suggest us out of your experience?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for the question. Yeah, because we do have learning takes place by listening, reading, writing, and speaking, be it any subject. It doesn't mean I'm from a discipline of English, it is applicable to English. It is for any discipline. So, very well, psychologically, the span of attention ranges, even at high level, only 15 minutes. And that is why we teachers are supposed to be jack of all trades. We should know it's only maximum 15 minutes and minimum. So, but we have got 1 hour, 55 minutes class at higher level. So, how do we do it? That is where the methodology comes in. But my experience, when for example, if you have 70 students, I do have an experience of teaching in arts and science college where 70 boys, and those boys are all huge fellows. I used to be the shortest one in the classroom, but I managed. You explain or you talk or you discuss whatever you do, there is always immediately a check, ascertaining whether the students are with you, they are able to follow. One is questioning method that you can frequently use. If you find students are very sleepy, I have made even college students to dance. I would teach them, sing and dance, action song I would do. Then they get into problem. We should not be feeling shy or ashamed. They do enjoy. I have seen them. They have done it. The third one is you meet the child. It is a student-centered learning. If students do not have, because all of us face this problem in a classroom, when they don't pay attention, you stop because it's useless. It's not going to be meaningful because then the learning does not become an experience when they don't pay attention or they lose. So you stop. What do we do? Okay, we can do some exercise or call few of them, one of them. Could you just explain to me what we have done? Or sometimes you can change. Okay, now can you draw on the board what you have been just thinking, what was coming into your mind? You can explain. Could you just tell me what I was speaking? Even if you did not listen, what goes on in your mind? Could you just share with your friends? That would be learning experience. So I have done this out of because I have also rich experience of teaching in schools. So I used to experiment all these tactics, which also have used in the college. That helps. Whenever students do not pay attention in my class, I used to call them, please, okay, come in front. Even two, three of them. Okay, so even one doesn't answer, okay, the second one I'll give a chance, third one. And I also used to give them, okay, if you can explain, you can sit down. I used, okay, can you explain to me? Could you just stand and answer me? If they don't answer, I say, you can sit down when you can answer me. Find any answer, relevant answer. So they know, okay, that uh, the teacher means business, not waste of time. And in the long run, definitely you would know. Or what you could do is, you can come every morning, call one, give chance to every one of them for 5 minutes. Okay, talk about something that they enjoy eating, something that they enjoy watching, something that they enjoy browsing, even the YouTube, net. Let them come and share. Okay, what they really enjoy. If you are not enjoying the classroom, what do you would like to enjoy? Come and share. So these exercise will definitely put them in the right track. Okay, so that's what I have done. And my classrooms, normally I never had any problem when I teach. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. I hope I've answered your question.
Yes, sister. Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, sister.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Thank you, sister, for being very informative session. Sister, today what we face is the students. We have got two categories of students. One, as you told now about the slow learners, or the different methodologies that we use in the classroom. But then there is another set of students like who are fed up even with the Google classrooms, the YouTube, and the other ways, the digital classrooms. So, what can be the measures that the teaching methodologies can improvise for the digital world students?
Sure, ma'am. Um, what I would suggest, I have my MPhil not in English literature. I have an ELT, English language teaching. In 2009-10, when I studied, it was only some 10 years. This course was introduced now, just 25 years. Only in 2000 in India, they took up this course as English language teaching, and you have got only few, 10 to 15 scholars all over India at that time. And this various methodologies they used to teach, as you say, different type of learners. Now that AI has come in, we live in a world where digitally evolved, without digital, right? But at our place, a teacher's place cannot be replaced. Students will come. That is why you have got methods of learning. We have got classrooms where you give a questions. For example, you know very well the kind of students with you. So we prepare and go. You prepare number of questions. For example, you don't teach a topic or a unit. You divide the unit to the students. You tell them it has to be done priorly. I cannot just give it and ask the students to handle it tomorrow. Beginning of every semester, so we will have to do a lot of class works. You 5 semester or units for a semester. You look at it, whatever is feasible. You tell them 1 or 2 units I'm going to give it to the students. Not simply ask them to do seminar, then that becomes useless. But you give number of questions, give the unit to them, draft number of relevant questions,
You explain the content in a brief and you say, I have these questions, and not individually. You group them. If there are 70 students, make 10 groups and make one as a head, okay, secretary of the group who will take down. So among that, one unit for 10 students, each will, study and learn and come thoroughly of sub units. If a unit has got 10 sub unit head, I mean topics, each one will learn thoroughly and come. They will share it in the group. So when they come, give them time. So you can divide them into group. Okay, so today two groups or three groups will explain. So each one will come and explain what they mean, the concept, the ideology behind, or the concept. So it becomes very interesting. It has been proved, uh, learners learn better from peer group than taught by the teachers. They learn better by the peer group than by us. So when they listen to them, anything that they miss, the group, another member in the group will say, hey, you missed this point, man, come on, add. Okay, so we have to only facilitate. Students will, even if they miss important concept, the group members will support. So what happens, students, those who listen, also learn well read, and it becomes a competition. Oh, my group is going to do perform well, your group is going to do perform well. So if you can give this, methodology, if you can implement, they will learn it well, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good afternoon,
Okay,
sister.
thank you so much. If there are no questions, thank you so much. Nice to have you listening to me. Thank you.
Sister, I do have a small doubt. Sister, today we deal with all undergraduate, postgraduate students. Anything we try to change, it matters with their emotional stability. Most of our girls are not emotionally stable.
Okay.
And any small correction we try to do in our class, she suffers. So what that we can do?
Okay, fine.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, yeah, I understand. I'm with you because I'm actually, when I get into the classroom, I'm a taskmaster and known for, okay, I've taught in our schools. Even if I go, our alumni will say, oh, the strict one. I've taught in Loyola and I'm here. They'll say, oh, she's the strict fellow, right? I do, because when they are in teaching profession, I make sure that they do it perfectly. So number of times, rewriting the record, and they will always say she's very strict. But how do I do it? Now I do sometimes tell them some. For example, if we have got 50 students, there are always few who are very good at but who will not listen to you. And it sometimes, we give them a week. When you are supposed to submit a record, I teach today, I say next Wednesday please submit the record. You will always have 5 or 6 not submitting. I give them 1 or 2 days. I say, all those who submit Wednesday, you will get not full mark out 10. Out of 10, the highest is 8. And that too, it has to be very relevant, apt, how you should be doing it. You will get 8.5. The next day, if you submit 1 mark less, 1 mark less, that's how I used to tell them, okay, to get it. And sometimes, even if you give after the schedule, they do not give it. And you will have to say in front of them, sorry, you have to give it. You may have to raise the voice. I have done it. And the students have not been happy. But what I used to do, I make it short at the end of the day. 3:15, I know. See, they are not children, adults and adolescents, and they do not like us, telling them, because even at home they do not like their parents correcting them. So I make sure I call them at 3:15 before they go. I do not tell them in the classroom, but when I come out of the classroom, I'll call them. I'll say, please kindly meet me at 3:15. And this is what I have done. I have practiced. I used to say, I'm sorry, for correcting you in front of everyone. And I say, suppose if I were to be your student, and if you were to be my teacher, what would be your response to me? And the students have always felt, sorry, sister, hereafter I'll do it. There's one question, make sure, yes, because we do hurt, we are all human beings, and out of your commitment, if you are highly committed, you will not neglect the child. You will say, no, I want the child to do well, learn well, to be effective. So in that concern, we may rub our shoulder with the students, but ma'am, yes, it will happen, but make sure the child does not leave the college without you talking. Say sorry to them first, and you say, this is what I want you to come along with the others. If every day, if one child does not bring, I cannot be spending my extra time with everyone. You have got portions to complete, you have got other things, a lot of other things, research work, all the other things, writing work, sending the papers. So you'll not be able to do. So you tell them, I think they will understand. They'll understand. I hope I've answered you, ma'am. Ma'am, have I? Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sister, for orienting on the importance of teaching methodologies and answering to the questions raised by the faculty members. Yeah. Dear professors, today we are all here gathered together for the introductory session, since it's a common for all the faculties. But for the next 4 days, we meet department-wise. The teacher educators from each department of SMCE will meet the respective department professors. For that, we make use of Google Meet platform. Okay, the link will be different for different departments and will be sent to you. And the program scheduled is it's first day, that's on 23rd Thursday, that's tomorrow. I will have English department in one meet, and Sister Paul Mary, Assistant Professor of English, will be the speaker, and Commerce and Economics together will be in another meet, and Dr. Daphne, Mrs. Daphne Pingy, Assistant Professor of Commerce and Accountancy, will be the speaker. And both the sessions will be run simultaneously for the same time, that's 2 to 3 p.m. And 24th Friday, the first session is from Tamil department. The speaker will be Dr. Annapurni, Assistant Professor of Tamil. And the simultaneous second session, this Computer Science department, and Mrs. Merlin Teresa will take care. And on 27th Monday, we have Max as one group. And for that, Dr. Carolyn Jabasarna, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, will take care of the session. And the next group will be History and Geography together. And there, Dr. Annapriya will be taking care. And 29th Wednesday, we have Physics and Chemistry together in one group. And I'll be the person there. And Botany and Zoology departments will be in another group. And the Dr. Arogya Elizabeth Josephine will be the speaker. Hope you're all clear with the schedule.
Yes, please.
Yeah, by today evening, we'll be sending the links. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, let's conclude this session with the words of gratitude from Mrs. J. Rubina, Assistant Professor of Psychology.
Good evening, respected sisters and teaching faculties. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow, the quote said by Melody Betty. On behalf of Stella Matituna College of Education, I have the honor to propose the vote of thanks for today's faculty enrichment program on teaching methodologies. First, I extend heartfelt gratitude to our patrons, Reverend Dr. Sister Ruby Alangara Mary, Secretary, Stella Matituna College of Education, and Reverend Dr. Sister A. Kulande Teresa, Secretary, Nirmala College for Women, for their guidance and unwavering support have made this event possible, and we are deeply grateful for your encouragement and leadership. Thank you, sisters. I would like to express my profound gratitude to the conveners, Dr. Sister M. Iridia Mary, Principal in Charge, Stella Matituna College of Education, and Reverend Dr. Sister Mary Fabiola, Principal, Nirmala College for Women, for their tireless efforts, meticulous planning, and coordination between the two colleges. Thank you, sisters. We would like to extend our sincere gratitude to Dr. Nirmala Iridayam, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, Nirmala College for Women, for her thoughtful and inspiring felicitation address. Thank you, ma'am. We are deeply indebted to the organizing secretary, Dr. K. Shiba, IQAC coordinator, cum Dean of Academics, Stella Matituna College of Education, for steering the planning and ensuring the smooth execution of every detail. A special thank you for coordinating between institutions and fostering the collaboration. Thank you, ma'am. I thank all teaching faculties for your expertise, insights, and practical strategies on teaching methodologies. Your contributions will undoubtedly enrich the teaching methodologies and positively impact our students' learning journey. A special word of appreciation to all the participants who are joining this program from 22nd to 29th October 2025. Your eagerness to learn and engage with new methodologies is what make such programs meaningful and impactful. Let us conclude with a wish for continued collaboration between Stella Matituna College of Education and Nirmala College for Women in all future academic ventures. Never stop learning because life never stops teaching. Once again, thank you all.
Thank you, Rubina ma'am. At the end of the program, we will provide you the e-certificate and Google form will be sent to you. You can fill your details and receive the certificate. Not now, after 29th. Okay. And I end this session with the words of Henry Ford. Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. May this day mark the beginning of many fruitful collaborations ahead. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sister. Can we leave the meet?
Hello, Nirmala. Hello, Nirmala. How are you all? I'm so happy to see you all in the camera. Okay, hi to all. Hi to everyone. Already Diwali over. Anyway, my best wishes and prayers for your Diwali and upcoming days also, upcoming days. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sister.